and put on a show in the 51 earlier on tonight as well. And I mean, it doesn't stop there. We've got Devin George as well, who was, I mean, lights out, extremely exciting in those earlier heat races.
Look, he got a gaggle of experience in this F2 Midget car class as well. We started with about 17 cars at the beginning of this evening, a couple have fallen out due to damage. But what you're still left with, first things to say, the 94 car. He is out there, it started, that's a good sign, because that was the issue he had in heat number 2. Now, he came home from the back to the front in his first heat, finished second. He didn't finish his second heat, so he'll be started at the back. But if anybody can move through this crowd quite quickly, it's none other than the very fast Troy Jeffries, one to watch here in this Formula 2 Midget car feature coming up.
Yeah, and our front row, a battle of the 22s. We've got Devin George in the 22A, sorry, and James Earl in the 22M on the front row. So battle of the 22s. We've got the 81 and the 71 on that second row there. So we're going to work through these grids, give these drivers a chance to kind of get themselves into position here in just a moment. And then we'll work through these grids for you.
Good to see that Campbell Hayes has managed to get a good starting grid for this one after his wild ride at Kiki Speedway. The Barclay Gravers number 71M, so he's out there as well. And you can't forget Dion Kendall's going to be a great starter too, probably further closer to the pack.
Working past us. I mean, we've spoken about it so many times here tonight as well. That Le Cheminée car, the 55 working down there into turn number 1, Regan Le Cheminée. It's a beautifully presented fluorescent orange race car, so you can't miss him. No matter where you're looking on the racing surface, he catches your eye.
And the use of the New Zealand flag. Now, you don't really notice it, Hayden, because the constellation stars are actually black, which is pretty cool. It's right there in the 55. And you can see, of course, unfortunately, they didn't get to use the number they wanted. Very famous La Cheminée number 5. But why not add 2 of them? If you can't have 5, add 2 of them, and it's double the luck for Regan Le Cheminée. He'll be starting deep in the pack for this one.
Yeah, the drivers just pacing their way around the surface here. I don't believe too much moisture to really work into the racing surface now. So we should be heading their way around as we can see the Shark 6. BYD pace truck down there out of turn number 2. We're going to be starting to get everyone together. We're going to run through these grids just while we have a moment as well. James Earl is going to be your pole sitter in the 22M. Out of grid number 2 will be the 22A, that's Devin George. Grid number 3 will be the 81M of Dion Kendall with Campbell Hayes in the 71M out of grid number 4. Grid number 5 will be occupied by the 96M, that's Tyler Brown, with Regan Le Cheminée out of grid number 6 and the 55M. Grid number 7 will be the 18M of Jared Robinson, with grid number 8 being filled by the 17M of Scott Cossey. Grid number 9 will be the 12M of Grant Pedder, with grid number 10 filled by the 11A of Reese Jeffries. Grid number 11 will be the 94A of Troy Jeffries. So Troy Jeffries with a ton of work to do, but he's definitely capable. And outside of him, the excitement machine from earlier on tonight, Brad Curtin in the 51M starting out of grid number 12. Grid number 13 will be the 87M of Josh Matthews, with grid number 14 and your final car on the field, the 29A of Jonathan Galbraith.
A couple of impressive runs, of course. Jared Robinson probably getting his highest starting point in the feature there, and grid number 7, he'll be absolutely ecstatic about that. So is Scott Cossey, that just seems to be trying to work every part of this track early stages, Hayden. This is about to erupt here for the Formula 2 Midget car feature.
I'll pay BYD's Shark 6 pace truck works its way to the infield down the back straightaway, and we're going to be green for 15 laps for the F2 feature. James Earl, Devin George, that's your front row, battle of the 22s, and we're green for 15 laps.
That's all the 2s on your front row. Have a look down on the inside, though, out of Bay Park Speedway. Jimmy Earl, he's got the run. He'll cross over and hold back Devin George. Look who's in third, though. The Barclay Gravers number 71 of Campbell Hayes comes through. Lock in the first lap, though, to Auckland. It's Devin George.
Good first circuit as well by the 96 of Tyler Brown, moving forward into the 4th position there. So we see Dion Kendall way up the racetrack and shoves the nose out of turn number 2. He's going to give up a couple there.
Yeah, the case of compressors number 96 starting to move forward. Currently in 4th place, and he's opened the door for Dion Kendall. Will he get that Terminator chassis there? No, he won't. He'll slide up. Regan Le Cheminée down on the inside pass.
Troy Jeffries and Dion Kendall battling extremely hard, slightly further back, tucked in behind Regan Le Cheminée, as you can see on the screen. Drivers all over the racing surface down here out of turn number 4, and we've got a drag race down the front straightaway.
Yeah, they try 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. Regan Le Cheminée will come out on top of that one. As you see here on screen, the 71 of Campbell Hayes, the case of compressors, 96 of the Prince. That is none other than Tyler Brown.
Yeah, And Tyler Brown putting together, with a huge buddy hop actually, down there in turn number 1 and 2, putting together a run for the podium as your first and second place cars have checked out. Devin George, your race leader at these early stages, with still 10 laps to go on the racing surface. James Earl's not giving up.
He's been impressive all night, is our young Devin George in the ABD. Number 22A is your fastest car on track 2, 15.584. In fact, Earl 15.7. Just a little bit off the heartbeat is Earl coming in second, but watch him wind it up. 9 laps remain, Hayden, and here comes the Duke, Jimmy Earl.
Yeah, James Earl, 0.3 of a second quicker last time by as Devin George now battling with lap traffic. James Earl way up the speedway out of turn number 4. He's going to give away a few tenths there.
Yeah, they'll go around Reach Jeffries, the first of the lap traffic, as they have a look and sort themselves out. And I think he's just opened that gap up. It was 0.7 last time by. You'll see it probably a little bit further now. Devin George looking very comfortable. He started the night off right. Looks like he's going to end it right too, Hayden.
Yeah, James Earl still fast, but Devin George just a little bit faster as they continue to pull away from the field as well. That race for third has settled down quite significantly as it looks like Campbell Hayes under control there, but struggling to deal with the lap car of Reece Jeffries, and that's inviting Tyler Brown right back into this one.
Take nothing away from Campbell Hayes right there, the Barclay Engravers, number 71, in third place, looking for his very first podium in the Formula 2 midget cars. But out the front, the battle rages on, none other than Devin George and Jimmy Earl, the 22s. Right now, give it to George with another lap. 5, make that 4 next time by.
On screen there, Troy Jeffries working his way forwards as well. Next car in line, Tyler Brown for him, as he's charged his way forward from the back of the grid here as he just tucks in around the bottom of the racing surface, just starting to close the distance on your 5th place car of Tyler Brown.
Yeah, as you have a look, this is where the battle is for third at the moment. Dion Kendall's trying to find a way around Campbell Hayes, but Campbell Hayes is locked in the defence tonight as he's going to try one more time into 3 and 4. Oh, very close as the moon just comes up above us. Yeah, we are high flying down the back straight.
Race for the lead has really heated up down the back straightaway and into turn number 3 and 4. They're side by side out of turn number 4. Contact between the 22s as Devin George gets way out of shape. And for the first time in this one, Devin George has become the chaser.
Yeah, unfortunate contact too as he came through on that corner way out of turn number 4. But it looks like Jimmy Earl now back into winning form in the RNS Automotive number 22M. He's going to go into turns 1 and 2, looking good. Hayden down the back straight, 1 corner to go.
1 corner to go and some lap traffic in there as well. Devin George shoots to the inside. James Earl tucked in there as well. Devin George shoves it up the racetrack, and James Earl's going to get this one done with a move with just 2 laps to go. James Earl takes the F2 feature here at Lucas Oil Auckland Speedway away from Devin George, and tucked in there in third. A great drive for the 71M of Campbell Hayes there as well.
And the Chevrolet finishing in 4th. The young guns coming through the F2s, Hayden.
Yeah, what a run. What a great drive
look at that
there. Yeah, look at that. I can't see it.
It's right there in front of us.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. James Earl's going to round out your feature, being your feature winner here on the Midget 40 lap a night. Taking it away with just 2 laps to go from Devin George there in second. Campbell Hayes with a great drive in third, rounds out your podium. Regan Lachemine there in 4th, and Tyler Brown in 5th. I mean, that race had a little bit of everything, Marco.
Absolutely, and it was all on to it. It was great to see these newcomers to the sport come through with Campbell Hayes picking up his first ever podium in the Barclay Engravers number 71. Regular Chevrolet coming home in 4th. He'll be very happy with that finish. What a result. But at the end of the day, Jimmy Earl, though, the Duke, manages to bring his car home on top for another feature win. I believe his first, Hayden, for this season.
Yeah, James Earl getting a little bit lost down there, going to the old victory lane. But unfortunately, the old victory lane's underwater, so we're going to have to push him out in front of the victory lane, down in front of you on the front straightaway here. So when he gets up on the car, get nice and loud for James Earl, tonight's feature winner. Down to you, Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a race for the F2s. This gives me enormous pleasure to say the winner of the F2s tonight. We haven't had a chat like this for ages, mate. Jimmy Earl! But got to keep this short because the time's running out. That's a hell of a race. Loved it.
Yeah, that was rough. I've been wanting one of these driving tracks for a while where you can just hammer down, and what a race it was. I thought Devon was driving away from me there, but managed to catch him up and get past him, and yeah, what a race.